Here to the peace of the Swiss mountains, rich folk used to come to rest and forget the worries of which even the lucky ones of this world have their share. But now it's the turn of the unlucky ones. 200 British children, many of them war orphans and affected in health by town life during the blitzes, have come over as guests of the Swiss Red Cross for the holiday of their dreams. For 6 happy months they can forget the mean streets, the overcrowded homes, the smoke and grime of town. Already the clean mountain air is strengthening their frail young bodies, and the kindness of Swiss teachers and nurses is removing the war shadows from their young minds. It's like something out of a picture book. That's how it seems to young David Warner. Ever since that morning his mother opened the letter to say that he'd been chosen as one of the 200, he's been living in a dream he never thought could possibly come true. Always on the go, they used to say David was back home. Well, how can he sit still with so many exciting things to see? Always that friendly, watchful eye is there to make sure none of the children come to any harm in this wonderful new world where there's so much to explore. The posters, printed to attract tourists with plenty of money to spend, describe Adelboden as a paradise. David has never known what it is to have much money to spend, but he isn't quarreling with that word paradise. Kindly folk who are looking after him say he's getting to be quite a little Swiss boy in the clogs that everyone here wears among the mountain snows. Already he's beginning to know the long, strange-sounding names of the mountain peaks. In a year or two, they say, he'd speak the language like a native. If only he could stay here a year or two. But 6 months is a long time to a 7-year-old, and the present moment is quite enough to think about. It does her good, too, to see colour coming back into the cheeks and strength into the limbs of her young English charges. So pale and lost they seem when they arrived, but rest and good food in the open air are already working wonders. His feet, which used to tire so easily on the hard pavements of town, seem to be walking on air. The steepest mountain climb is nothing to him now, and he's found so many new friends among the people here, eager to try their few words of English on the young folk who have come to stay among them. This way, come. The farmer is so proud of his English, and prouder of the trust and friendship of his newfound young friend, accepting happily the chance of meeting the rest of the family. They don't speak the same language, but it doesn't need words to tell of the welcome that smiles from their faces. They've heard what these English children went through, and look upon it as a privilege to help them forget. To be made to feel one of the family, to find a ready welcome so far from his own home, all this is teaching David things about friendship among nations that grown-ups have still to learn before the world is safe against other wars in which their children will have to fight. He always liked to wander away by himself, even back home, but he never had much chance when his only playground was the crowded streets. Now he could wander to his heart's content among the flowers that shine in the sun with so much gayer colours than in the smoke-laden air of the London parks. here there's no park keeper to stop him from picking the flowers. Perhaps if he presses them in a book as his school teacher taught him, he'll be able to take them with him when he goes back home, to show the others, and to look at sometimes, to prove to himself it wasn't all a dream. How different it all is from the life he knew before, a life spent among ruin and destruction, where the only person he had to cling to in a frightening world was his mother. Wonder what she'd be doing now, and kid brother Chris, and all the other young friends he knew in what seems now another world. Well, he'll have a lot of things to tell them all when he gets back, things they'll hardly believe. And maybe one day, when he's a rich grown-up man, he'll be able to bring them to see for themselves. And now it's time to be getting back to dinner, to join the other lucky ones who, like himself, have found peace in paradise.